Hello everyone, I am your friend Shadab Imam and currently we are dealing with the topic of game theory under operations research. And today we are going to learn a new method which is called method of subgames. So please watch this video till the end, and if you are new to the channel, please subscribe the channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon. So let us move towards the problem. And here the problem says that solve the following 2 cross n game by the method of subgames. Okay, so this is the matrix, payoff matrix of player A is given here. Now we need to understand something, that to solve any problem by method of subgames we must have our game of either 2 cross n matrix or n cross 2 matrix. That means any of either rows or column has to be in number 2. So either it can have 2 rows and n number of column, or it can have m number of rows and 2 columns. So any one of these rows or column has to be 2 in numbers. And one more thing, we use the method of subgames when we do not find a saddle point and we are also unable to reduce the matrix to a 2 cross 2 form, as in this case. In this matrix we can see that it is a 2 cross 3 matrix and we are not able to reduce this matrix further by dominance rule. So now we are going to apply method of subgames in this particular game, and what we are going to do is we are going to subdivide this matrix or this game into 2 cross 2 form. So let us see here. Player A has only 2 strategies, A1 and A2. So we have 2 rows. Now for player B it has 3 strategies, B1, B2 and B3. So we will select 2 strategies at a time so that we will able to have a 2 cross 2 matrix. So let us see here. The first subgame 1 will have player A1 playing A1, A2 and player B playing B1 and B2. So let us write here player A playing A1, A2 and player B playing B1 and B2. Similarly, we can have another subgame where player A will play A1, A2, player B will play B2 and B3. So here player A will play A1, A2 and player B will play B2 and B3. Similarly, there is one more possibility here where player A will play strategy A1, A2. So I am writing here A1, A2 and player B can play strategy B1 and B3. So these are the possible subgames for this particular game which is given here. Now let us write the values here. As we have now divided our game into 3 subgames, we need to treat each subgame as an individual problem. That means for each subgame what we will do is we will first try to find that if there is a saddle point or not, and if our saddle point exists then our problem terminates, subgame terminates here. And if we do not find a saddle point, then we will solve this strategy using the mixed strategy. So let us start from subgame 1, and here we can see that in order to find the saddle point we need to calculate the minimax and maximum value. So for that first we will calculate row min here. So the row minimum of row is 1 and 5, and among these value we can see that the minimum value here is 1 and the maximum value here is 5. So among minimum the maximum value is 5, so this will be the maximum value. Now similarly we will calculate the value of column max, and the maximum in each column is 8 and 5. Now among these value we will find that the minimum value here is 5. So 5 is our minimax value. So from here we can see that our maximum value is equal to minimax value. That means we have a saddle point in this particular sub game and it exists at this location 2, 2. Okay, so we can say here that player A will play strategy A2 100% of time, or we can say that player A will play strategy as 0 and 1. That means it will play strategy A1 0% of time and strategy A2 100% of time. Similarly, we can write for player B also. Here player B will play strategy B1 0% of time and B2 100% of time. So this can be written as 0, 1. Now we can also find the value of game here, which is equal to the value at the saddle point, or we can say that which is equal to the value of maximum and minimax. So the value of game here, can be given as equal to 5. Now let us move on to the sub game 2, and here also first we will try to find that if there is a saddle point or not, and to find that first we will calculate row min here, and the minimum in each row is 3 and 2, and the maximum among these is 3. So 3 is the maximum value. This is maxi-min value. Similarly, we will calculate the column max. Now in this we will select the maximum value in each column. So this will be 5, this will be 11, and among these the minimum value is 5. So this is our minimax value. So we can see here that our maximum value is 3 and minimax value is 5. That means these two values are not equal. This suggests that there is no saddle point in this particular sub game. So what we will do is we will try to find this by mixed strategy. So let me first erase this. Now in order to solve this problem by mixed strategy, we need to calculate the oddments here, and oddments are nothing but the difference here. So for row 1 the difference is 11 minus 3, 8, and we will write this value against the opposite row. So 11 minus 3 is 8, and 8 we will write here. Similarly for row 2, 5 minus 2 is 3, and 3 we will write against the opposite row, 3. Similar is the case with column. This is 3, 5. 5 minus 3 is 2, and 2 we will write against the other column. So here it is 2. And this is 11 minus 2 is 9. 9 we will write against the opposite column. Now we can see here that the summation is 11. Sum of oddments horizontally and vertically is equal to 11. This shows that the value of game for A and B both will be equal. Now let us calculate the probability here. Let us say P1 is the probability of player A playing strategy A1. This will be equal to 3 divided by 3 plus 8. So this will be 3 divided by 3 plus 8 is 11. So this is 3 by 11. Similarly, the probability of player A playing strategy A2 can be given as P2, which is equal to 8 divided by 8 plus 3. So this is 8 divided by 8 plus 3 is 11. So this is 11. Similarly, the probability of player B playing strategy B2 can be given as Q1, or we can say we will write it as Q2. So here Q2 will be 9 divided by 9 plus 2. So this is 9 by 11. Similarly, probability of player B playing strategy B3 can be given here as Q3, which is equal to 2 divided by 2 plus 9. So this is 2 by 11, and from here we can see that probability of player A playing strategies A2 and A3 can be given as, this is 3 by 11 times, this is 8 by 11 times. So this is 3 by 11, this is 8 by 11. So player A will play strategy A1 3 by 11 times, strategy A2 8 by 11 times. Similarly, player B will play strategy B2 9 by 11 times, strategy B3 2 by 11 times. So this is 9 by 11, this is 2 by 11. So we can see that value of game can be given as, let us say we'll take any row, suppose we will take A1. So 3 multiplied by 9 by 11 plus 11 multiplied by 2 by 11 will give us the value of game. Similarly, we can do with row 2 also, column 1 also, column 2 also. So let us see here, this will be 3 multiplied by 9 by 11 plus 11 multiplied by 2 by 11. So this is equal to 27 by 11 plus 22 by 11. This is 49 by 11, or we can say that 4, this is 5 by 11. So this is the value of game for A and B. Now let us move on to the sub game 3, and here also first we'll try to calculate whether there is a saddle point or not. So in order to find the saddle point, first we'll calculate row min here, and the minimum here is 1 and 2, and among these two the maximum value is 2. So this will be maxi min value, maxi min. Similarly, we will calculate the column max value. So the column max value is the maximum value in each column. So this will be 8 and 11, and among these two the minimum value here is 8. So 8 will be our mini max value. So we can see here that our maximum value is 2 and minimax value is 8, and both are not equal. So we can say that we do not have any saddle point in sub game 3. So let us now solve this problem using the mixed strategy. Now in order to find the values through mixed strategy, we need to calculate the oddments here, and we'll calculate here just as we have done in our previous sub game 2. So the difference here for row 1 is 11 minus 1 10, and we will write 10 against the opposite row. Similarly for row 2, this is 8 minus 2 6, and we will write against row 1. Similar with the column, 8 minus 1 7 we will write against column 2. 11 minus 2 9 we will write against column 1. And we can see here that the sum of vertically and horizontally of oddments are equal, which is equal to 16. So the value of game here for A and B will be same. Now let us see. Now let the probability of player A playing strategy A1 is P1, which is equal to 6 divided by 6 plus 10, which is 16. So this is 6 plus 10, which is 16, or we can say that this is equal to 3 by 8. Similarly, let us assume the probability of player A playing strategy A2 is P2, and this is equal to 10 divided by 10 plus 6. So this is 10 divided by 10 plus 6 is 16, or we can write here 5 by 8. Similarly, we can calculate the probability of player B playing strategy B1. which can be given as q1, and it is equal to 9 divided by 9 plus 7. So this is 9 by 16, and the probability of player B playing strategy B3 can be given as q3, which is equal to 7 divided by 7 plus 9. So this is 7 by 60. And now we need to find the value of game here. So the value of game can be calculated as similar process just we have done in the sub game 2. Let us consider row 1. So this will be 1 multiplied by 9 by 16 plus 11 multiplied by 7 by 16. So let us do it. This is 1 multiplied by 9 by 16 plus 11 multiplied by 7 by 16, and this is equal to, this is 9, this is 77, so it is 86 by 16. So this is equal to 86 by 16, which is equal to 43 by 8, and which is equal to 43 by 8, or we can say that 3 by 8. So this is the value of game here. Now after calculating the values and strategies for all the 3 sub games, we can see here that the value of game in all the 3 sub games are coming as positive. So for sub game 1 the value is 5, sub game 2 the value is 4 5 by 11, and for sub game 3 the value is 5 3 by 8. So all the 3 values are positive. This means that player A is winner and player B is loser. And knowing that player B is an equally intelligent player, player B will try to minimize its loss. That means player B will try to play the sub game that will give him the minimum loss. So among these 3 we can see that the minimum value of game is in sub game 2, which is equal to 4 5 by 11, and the other values are 5, and this one is greater than 5. So the smallest value of game is 4 5 by 11. So player B will try to play sub game 2, and after that we can say that the optimal strategy for player A can be, so these are the strategies for player A: 3 by 11 and 8 by 11. So this is 3 by 11 and 8 by 11. This means that player A will play strategy A1 3 by 11 times and strategy A2 8 by 11 times. Similarly, the optimal strategies for player B can also be given as, so player B has 3 strategies: B1, B2, B3, and here we do not have strategy B1. So player B will play B1 0% of time, it will play B2 9 by 11% of time, so this is 9 by 11, and it will play B3 2 by 11% of time. So these are the optimal strategies for player A and player B in this particular game, and the value of game here and the value of game for player A and player B both, because here the vertical and horizontal sum of oddments are equal. That means the value of game will be same for player A and player B. So here we can see that the value of game is coming as 4 5 by 11. Okay, so this is our solution, and here we need to remember that we have a limitation in the method of sub games as the number of rows or column. That means as the value of n or m increases, the calculation through method of sub games become very lengthy. So what we will do is we will try to use method of sub games for the value of n or m being less than 4 or 5. So I hope this is clear to you, and if you find this lecture useful, please like the lecture and share the lecture. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.